we can be, factually correct, but most people don't seem to really care so much about us being factually correct. They care more about how we make them feel, like special, or that we making them feel that they're cared for, and that, in other words, like for instance, we're coming back to Christianity. There are so many Christianity is still one of the largest religions on the planet, if not still the largest religion on the planet at the moment.
For the moment,
right?
Yeah.
And as a Muslim, right, of course, it may change, right? But I mean, how many people are committed Christians, right? How many of them are really committed Christians, or how many of them truly understand what the Bible says, the theology, those type of things? Of course, we can say that similar things about Muslims, but I do think that probably you can find more committed Muslims than you can find committed Christians.
Yes.
But fundamentally, the question of well, what is it that attracts so many people to them, despite the fact that, their book itself, again, there's so many problems, as Muslims, they can point out so many problems with the Bible itself. And in other words, so they're resting upon very flimsy epistemological foundations, right, with regard to the authenticity of their very, religious record, right? And the Muslims, we don't really have that problem, right? But Christians do have that problem. But still, more people are very, very much attracted to Christianity. And I personally think it has something to do with the fact that they're very good at selling the idea that I care about you, that I care about you, and I really am interested in your salvation. And I just think that Muslims, have to be very careful, right, about this idea of just, I have to be correct. I'm right. You're wrong. It's time. I have to refute this. I have to debate, right, with this person and that person. And while, of course, the individual you're debating with actually may deserve certain amount of harshness, right, because of disrespect, etc. But an observer may say, you know what, I don't want to go anywhere near that particular person because that person is a bit too judgmental, right?
Yeah.
So
No, this is a very good point. And as I've often said, one can win the argument, and this is really advice to myself or criticism myself for my own record, that one can win the argument but lose the person.
Yes.
Particularly like Christianity, where one may know certain things, it is easy to cut through that, and then the person, their ego gets affected, and you don't end up becoming friends with this person. Certainly not caring for that person. You're certainly not caring for their salvation, their eternal soul, that they should embrace Islam. Not really, because you're having a boxing match with them or something.
Right.
And this is a temptation, this kind of egotism. Maybe it's a male thing as well. I don't see many sisters doing this, to be honest. But it's not. I mean, it has its place, perhaps. Maybe it's Speaker's Corner. But for one, it's not dawah, because that's not what dawah is about. And secondly, I'm not sure it's very efficacious. Does it really win souls? Does it make you friends? And there's something like not just yourself, but Hamza Zortzes, whose marvelous approach to dawah now. He's really very, very good on this subject about how to relate to people, to win people over, to befriend them, to be sincere, to actually care for them. Exactly what you've been saying, actually. He's very, very good now, Hamza Zortzes, on this subject, and hugely positive influence on the scene. So, yeah, there is hope that we can move away from this polemical. Again, there is a place for debate, don't get me wrong, but it's not, you don't demonstrate your care for someone by arguing with them.
Right.